Walking is good, it just shouldn't be the whole plan. Walking is absolutely one of the very best habits you could have after 60. And a lot of women walk faithfully, but they still feel like weak or stiff when they walk. And so the real question isn't, is walking good? It's what can walking do on its own? Walking is what doctors recommend first, and there's a good reason for this. Everybody can do it. You don't need a lot of stuff to walk. You just need a pair of shoes and to open the door and head out. It feels safe and doable for just about everyone because you start where you are. If you can't walk a mile, you start with a block, or you walk to the post office or the mailbox, as far as you can do. So it's very scalable. And many women think that if they walk more, that everything else will take care of itself. And when it doesn't, they assume that it's just aging. So walking is super good at supporting your heart health, at supporting keeping your joints moving and making them feel good. It helps your mood. I mean, it's been so cold here and so much snow that I haven't walked in like a week outside. And I can feel that. Like I miss my music. I miss the air outside. I miss all of it, just because I haven't done it. So my mood's been, I can't wait to get back out and do it again. In fact, I think my husband just went out the door to try and get all the ice off of our driveway, which is where I mostly walk. But so it helps stress. If you're having a stressful day, I sleep better when I walk a lot. And so all that stuff is really good, and it builds a solid daily habit, something you can do every dang day. I don't think there's any reason why you can't do that every day. I don't, as long as you're doing it in some manner that makes sense. You don't want to overtrain in anything, and I believe you can overtrain in walking as well if you're just doing that to the extent that it's too much. But it's a foundation, and it's a great foundation to anything else you might have to do. But walking doesn't build much strength, it's cardiovascular. You always hear it. Oh, I got to get my cardio done, and people hop on the treadmill, right? Balance, if you work your balance, but only if you're challenged. If you're just walking on a flat surface, there's not a whole lot of challenge in that for your balance. Your bones need resistance, not just repetition. Because if you've heard that, right? Like if you not pound, but give some stress on your bones, it makes them stronger. And walking maintains, but it doesn't build on its own. A lot of people might think that walking longer will fix it all. It will fix your strength. It'll fix your balance. They think that faster pace equals a stronger body. I love a faster pace. It makes me feel excited. Like, oh, I'm finally walking faster, mostly because I'm training to walk a race that has a time limit. But actually, doing more of the same and expecting some different result, it's kind of, you've heard that before. It's like the very definition of crazy, You can't do more of it to get a different result because that result can't really happen with what you're doing. Common mistakes are thinking that longer walks will fix strength or balance issues. And those things really need to be addressed separately. Walking isn't going to address all of that. Thinking a faster pace equals a stronger body, not necessarily. You still have to work on strength. I think I told you when I first got my functional aging specialist certificate, that they tell you how fast you're going to lose your strength and how fast you're going to lose your endurance. And that's not a lie. You start losing strength when you're 30. Like, we're 65. I am anyway. Like, that's 35 years past the day I was supposed to already start losing strength. And so focusing on just walking and not paying attention to strength is not really the best way to go, because you really need to think about strength too. Doing more of the same and expecting different results. I just said that. Your mileage can go up and your confidence can go down because you're not getting that strength and that balance and all the things that you think you might be getting just from walking alone. So maybe you don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to be a gym bunny. I love the gym. I'm far from the gym though, so I have some stuff of my own downstairs, but there's nothing like a full-blown gym. But a lot of people don't like to go to the gym. One, they can be pricey. Two, you can fear people bothering you. I know some people feel that they're being judged by the other people in there. I think that's terrible because anybody who's trying to make an effort should be applauded and not judged. But I imagine that probably happens too. But there's a lot of reasons why you might not want to go to a gym. So you can do things right where you are. You can add hills or stairs. You've heard my story about my friend who I showed the house to, and she counted the stairs in every house we went to. Oh, we're not going to be able to go up those stairs in a few years, which broke my heart. And then I think back to this house. We have so many stairs in this house. We are inverted living because the view of the lake, you can't see it from downstairs like you can from upstairs. So everything we do, our main living is upstairs, and it's like 2 flights of stairs up. Then there's like a flight of stairs down to the deck, and there's a flight of stairs down to the ground, and there's just stairs everywhere in this house. And so when she said that, I was like, I'm going to be running the stairs when I'm 120 because I just don't see that as a limitation. And so stairs can be your friend, you know. Probably my best strength workout in the week is going to the grocery store because, you know, I am not that person who will make multiple trips, right? I'm gonna get it all in one trip, right? So I'm weighted down, and honestly, when I grab those bags, I make sure that they're kind of equal on both sides because that's important. You know, you want to get an equally balanced, you want to have a good workout, so you want to be balanced on both sides. So my grocery bags, I try to make sure I've got the same kind of amount of weight in each hand. And by the time I get to the top of those stairs, man, I am feeling it. You know, it is a good strength workout. So you could also put on a backpack. That's something I've been doing when I've been doing my training for my 50K. And I don't like it. I definitely feel it. You know, I feel it in my shoulders and my neck from carrying it. I think it's just because I'm not really good at it. But you could take an actual backpack and you could put some weight in it. And like you could even increase the weight some more. They call that rucking when you put it in there and you like do a backpack workout and you walk with it. And that will help you to get more strength in your legs because it's more than your body, that your body carries you all the time. But when you add that extra weight, that helps with the strength. So you could put water in it. Water's kind of heavy, you know, and that's what I have in my little training vest that I wear when I'm walking, and I don't like it. I got one for my waist because I feel like my hips are made for that sort of thing. My hips are made to carry water and stuff. Anyway, you don't need a lot. You just need 2 short strength sessions a week, 15 or 20 minutes. And I purposely do. I have a kettlebell I work with. I do farmer carries, and I got 2 Purex bottles that we use for laundry. And once they're empty, I fill them up with water. So I do farmer carries with those because your grip strength is important too as you age. So I feel like I'm doing that. I have a barbell and I have some dumbbells. And so my whole strength workout revolves around that. But even if you did squats are so good for you. If you did chair squats, okay? I just watched this video this morning where this guy was talking about how a man couldn't stand up out of the chair without using his hands. And he had him do 10 chair squats a day. The guy was like 77, so he was older than we are, maybe, because I know we got some older ladies here too, but he did it every dang day. And I can't remember if he said 1 month or 3 months. That's such an important thing. But even still, if you did 10 chair squats, which is going to take up what? A couple minutes of your time, and the guy was able to stand out of the chair after this, either a month or 3 months. He was able to do it. And that's because your body wants to behave. Your body wants to do the things that you ask of it. You just have to keep asking. And that's the part, you know, that I think people miss is that, oh, well, I can't do this anymore because I'm old. when the real thing is that you're old because you don't do it anymore. So you don't need to be perfect. And I tell you this over and over again, you just need to be intentional. You just need to practice what you're doing. And this doesn't have to take like your whole life. So walking was my starting point. I've always walked, and then I ran when I was in the Marine Corps, but I've layered strength and balance into this whole aging thing because I learned in that course like how important it is for you when it told me like, oh, here are the things that you should use to check your clients with. I did every one of them. I did every one of them. Oh my gosh, can I stand on my foot? Can I get out of the chair? All the things, because I wanted to be sure that I was not going to be that person. I mean, I was like, so that was the thing that hit me the most. It's like, I am not aging like that. But it's a real thing. So it's not a failure to start with walking. Absolutely not. It's like a seriously good exercise, very good for you in so many different ways. So it's not a failure to start there at all. It's very powerful. Just don't let that be the finish line, because we need to do more things so that we can maintain our longevity and do it well. We don't just want to age and get old. We want to live while we're doing it. We don't want to just exist, right? So walking is the doorway. It's not the destination. We're going someplace after that. Capability comes from variety, not repetition. So we're going to keep doing different things that will address all of it. We need our hearts to work well. We need our so we will walk. We need our joints to work well, and we need to have flexibility. We sit too much these days. I get at work, and I tell you, I have that stand-up app, and I use it because I get so engrossed in what I'm doing, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, I've become one with the chair. We need to get up and we need to move, and just getting up, and I do air squats at work, and I do push-ups off the counter just to get myself moving after having sat for I have it set every 30 minutes to stand up, but 30 minutes goes by in a heartbeat. It's like, oh my gosh, it's time to stand up again. And so I consciously do that because I don't want to feel old and creaky. Your body can still learn new things, and it really wants to. It will also sit there on the couch and vegetate if that's what you want it to do. It's just such a good friend. It will just come right along with you. So be intentional about moving, because it's going to keep you feeling better as you age. Aging doesn't mean doing less. It just means doing things smarter, right? So what are we going to do? Every dang day, we're going to do some stretching. We're going to do some balance work. I heard of a good balance thing this morning. Oh, I'll have to remember it and tell you later because I can't remember it now. Walking backwards. Walking backwards. It's said that walking backwards, it's more than just balance. It's like spatial awareness, like where am I, and you should try walking backwards. And if you do that, please be careful. Like go in a hallway and put your hand against the wall so that you don't fall, because these are little things that you lose without even noticing it, and you don't want to say, oh yeah, sure, I can do that. And then you fall, and we don't want you falling. We want you to stay safe. I have this girl that I follow on Instagram, and she does a cartwheel every day, and she videos it. And I want to do it so bad, It's like, oh, I used to be able to cartwheel with the best of them. I think I could do a round off, I could do that. But I have two friends who broke an arm doing that when they were older. One girl was only like 27 when she broke her arm, and I thought, I don't want to break my arm, right? So I think that, you've got to be careful going into this, because you have to see where you're starting out, Can you walk backwards at all? Make sure you're holding on. Can you touch your toes? Flexibility. Our backs get tight from sitting in the chair, and as we age, our hamstrings get tight. That is the biggest thing I've found in stretching every day, which I still hate. I still hate to stretch, you guys. Is that my hamstrings are so tight, they're getting better. It's slowly coming, and I hate it because I used to be so flexible, but dude, it goes by so fast, and all of a sudden you're not flexible anymore. So practice touching your toes. Just do the things little bit so that stand on your one foot. Can you do it for 3 seconds? Can you do it for 10 seconds? And then work up. Don't do it all at the same time, but keep doing it every dang day. And it doesn't have to be long and it doesn't have to be involved. It just has to be constant because we're not getting any younger. But we are getting better, right? Okay. So thanks for spending time with me today. If this encouraged you, give it a thumbs up and share it with another aging rebel who needs a little hope. I'll see you in the next one, and remember always to live strong, laugh often, and shine with purpose.